My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today, zooming in from New York, we've got a Canadian who's moved to the States and is doing really, really big deals down in the US of A. He's syndicating, he's raising capital for funds, and he's doing a lot of good with his charity at the same time. So we've got Mr. Christian Joseph Turcotte zooming in, also known as CJ. That's going to be a little shorter and easier to say. So CJ, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for having me here today.
And I apologize for mispronouncing your last name. I always get in trouble when I go to Quebec because I can't even pronounce my own French last name properly. So apologies there.
No problem. No problem.
Hopefully it was close anyhow. So CJ, tell us a little bit about what does real estate look like for you today, towards the end of September 2024. What are you focusing on? What's the portfolio look like? What are you guys doing?
Look, right now with the interest rate rising, it went low a little bit in a few days ago, but the market is crazy right now because we are buying as a group property that previous owner were not able to refinance. So right there, let's say I just closed a deal a few days ago, and the previous owner bought it for 14 million, and we got that deal for 10 million.
Wow.
He was not able to refinance. So that's the kind of deal that we have right now on the plate. I know it's super hard for people right now to raise capital from accredited investor, qualified buyer, but let's say that I'm lucky. I don't have that problem. So, and like you said earlier, I'm doing my first international fund also, and I never tap into my uber rich people, institutional, and large family office across the world. So, I have pretty good result. I had pretty good result in the past. So that's my
Nice.
route that I'm just doing right now.
So what is your role in everything? You come on board as a GP, a co-GP on these projects. Is your primary role in helping with raising capital and investor relations, or what?
Exactly. I do a lot of acquisition also. I have a huge network of broker. So receive off market deal. We are working right now on the 9,300 unit portfolio in Houston. Huge deal. Honestly, if I purchase, we just send the LOI, but we're in really good contact with the owner. If we finalize that deal, it's going to be the biggest deal ever for me. So I'm so grateful right now.
Very cool. So CJ, tell us a little bit. We don't like to spend a lot of time on the backstory, but I'm curious, man. Like you're originally from Quebec.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you come from a background in finance, and that's what led you to the States? Tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got there.
So, to make a long story short, I was a professional photographer in Quebec. I did pretty well, pretty young. Okay, I was working for Nike Canada, ASIC, Tsunami, Daredevil, Salomon, North Face, and I invest all my money in a company called Terralogic, and it was a R&D company in Canada. And we end up selling to ExxonMobil. So, and they shelved that technology, but that's for another podcast. I start buying at this point. I start buying a lot of property in Canada. So I built about 3,000 unit there, and just over 3,000 unit. And I just cross the border with my wife, and we decide to start from scratch here and with the promise to not touch my wealth in Canada. That's another story just by itself. But
what year was that? How long ago was that you made
it? Was in 2012. So okay. I crossed the border in 2012 and start from scratch with a few, let's say $40,000-$50,000 at this point. start back, but you know how the syndication work. I called a few broker and I said, look, if I found you deals, do you give me a part of the ownership? And I end up buying 5 deals in my first year, and
What
I
kind of
just
what kind of deals? Multifamily properties?
multifamily here.
So you
It's
were finding off-market deals and bringing them
exactly
to who? To
to
brokers?
the that sponsor.
To the sponsor. Got it.
Yes, it's he's a guy here in New Jersey. He's got 16,000 door. We still hold those property. So yeah, so I'm co-GP on those deal. I have a very strong cash flow, and I just start working with other syndicator. Just joined a bunch of group like Massive Capital, Multifamily Mindset, Tim Mai, name it. I'm all over the place in the syndication world, raising capital and everything. For me, the networking and to share my knowledge, it's I like it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So tell us a little bit. I've talked to a number of capital raisers and syndicators who've started funds, but you've started a new one or a different kind that's an international fund. Maybe just give us a big picture overview of how that works, how you're able to get people from outside of the States as
Okay.
investors in this kind of a fund.
Uh, I have a little secret that all my investor, even from US, we use a trust. It's a different tax structure, but it's
Mhm.
pretty strong. So let's say you have a large complex. If you put your complex in that trust, you don't need a 1031 right away to buy something else later. So it's a different tax structure. But when you put a life insurance like infinite banking or something like that in that trust, you can have personal money for the rest of your life. You can buy houses, uh, boats, a yacht, even watches or a plane ticket to go to event and everything. And at the end of the day, you pay taxes when you want, and it's gonna be a capital gain. So it's pretty awesome as a structure, but it's good also for international investor that wants to invest in US. So
Hmm.
I developed that fund. I'm doing the legal stuff right now and the corporate structure because I'm going to do the same thing for my bunch of investor that invest a lot of money. But yeah, it's I look just for example, India, they have a lot of money, but when they bring money outside India, they have huge penalty with the government. So we're talking about 50 to 60% penalty,
Wow.
but they have a reciprocity with Dubai. So I open an LP in Dubai. That money will go from India to Dubai, Dubai to Cayman Island, and from Cayman Island to US. It's just a different way. Look, when I was in Canada, I did my school as a fiscalist, and never work as a fiscalist, but I have the background, so
Hmm.
I learned a lot about international corporate structure, and the philanthropy side also brought me to know a lot of ways that rich people work. So I got in contact a lot with pretty wealthy people in my life. So, but I share my knowledge again, even if you are just starting or if you're a healthcare provider, I want to help everyone.
So CJ, I was really interested in the fact that, you're really involved in big deals, raising lots of capital, multi-million dollar projects. You went from Canada to the States quite a while ago now, but a big part of your why, I think, is helping uh, young Indigenous people in Canada or Canada, the States as well.
It's
Tell us a
both,
little
yeah.
bit about that and what sparked that and why is this such an important issue for you?
I'm Native American myself. I don't look like I'm a Mohawk Mi'kmaq, and there's a lot of those guys needs a lot of help because there's a lot of drug problem, alcohol problem, and everything, and sex trafficking also. So I decide just to create something to help them, but I do everything that I can to help them because my big why is that I help to prevent sex trafficking mainly. And yeah, we just received our first 16 lady right now that suffer from sex trafficking, and we're gonna have like 2 or 3 family joining us the next weekend. Uh, we bring them out of the reservation on a farm with no chemicals, a good quality of food, and we give them back a chance to go back to school if they want to learn like a professional, like if they want to be a welder or whatever. We have an association with some school and college in Quebec, and I'm planning to buy 2 more farm also in New York State after Christmas. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And it's super important for me to give back because I'm so lucky. I'm blessed. You cannot imagine the amount of people that I just changed my mindset beginning of the year to go from I want to help people that now I need to help people because I can retire tomorrow if I want, but really it's I need to do something for those people that are not lucky like me.
That first facility, the farm that you've got, is that in Quebec? Did I hear that
Yes,
correctly?
yes, near Quebec City.
Nice, 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 nice. Well, that is huge. That's not just talking about it, but actually doing something.
Exactly. You need to
Yeah,
walk the talk.
exactly. Well, CJ, this has been really good. I appreciate you sharing some insights, letting us know a little bit about your journey, what you're up to, how you're working with international investors now with this new fund, what your plans are, and then, what the big why is and how you're making a difference. So if people want to connect with you and find out more, where should they go?
On my LinkedIn, it's Christian Joseph Turcotte. Just type CJ Turcotte, Turcotte. You should find me pretty easily. And any question about taxes or asset protection, or even philanthropy, or if you want to have access to some information about how to make money in real estate, I'll be more than happy to share.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. This has been great.
Yeah, short and sweet.
All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.